Unless you understand at the archetypal level that fearful, angry people always behave in a fearful, angry way. That's an archetype. Victims will victimize until they do not feel like a victim anymore. And then, and only then, will they reach to heal those who have been victimized, to get them across that Rubicon. And then they will go and they will be part of movements to help heal other victims. You never forget how you've been victimized. But you go deep in yourself and say, I'm not going to forget this. I choose not to let it destroy me. And I will not let this be the way I introduce myself to another person. I will not let the victim archetype be the first thing out of my mouth. No, I will not. I will not let this archetype be what is on my face, so that the first thing someone sees me, because they will see that archetype. They will see it. I do not want them to see me dressed in that archetype when they look upon me. I do not want it. I'm not going to deny that I've been through these experiences, but I must, because this is what is called for by every single human being, because we have all, in our own way, experienced the victim. It is universal, and that is how I will choose to see it. I am choosing not to be defeated, because my only other choice is that I will victimize other human beings. Why? Because this too is archetypal. And I can tell myself that I don't do that, but I am lying. Why? Because it's in the archetype. And unless I heal myself, I will victimize. That's why you study the archetypes. So you know what you do, and you cannot lie to yourself. You cannot lie about the journey, and you cannot lie about the shadow. That's why. So that you know what you inevitably will do yourself. So that you know what you will do yourself. If you do not take yourself on. And the ones we share, we all have the victim, we all have a child, and every one of us doesn't want to grow up in some way, okay? But the part of us that is the wondrous child, the part of us, we all have it in us to be playful and to seek out that wonderment. We all have a prostitute in us. We'll all sell out until we don't sell out. Until we come to the place where we think, nah, here's the line in the sand. You're not getting that part of me. We all sabotage ourselves because we're terrified of waking up. We're terrified of it. We're absolutely terrified of becoming more empowered, because what we're really terrified of is becoming a whole person. Because what if we don't have the ability to manipulate others? What if we're not sick enough and wounded enough to get away with dark behavior? With lying, with cheating, with doing things in a dark way, with telling ourselves, I would never do that. We're doing it all the time. I would never manipulate or victimize others. And yes, that's exactly what you're doing. I would never come home and make someone else suffer because I've had a bad day. Yes, you will. You do it all the time. But life offers us opportunities to become more conscious every day. Be conscious of what? This is what you're supposed to become conscious of. Your shadow. And what you're capable of doing when things are not going your way. That's what learning your archetypes are all about. What are you capable of when things are not going your way? And what are you capable of if you know you have an archetypal pattern and it's pulsating in you? Like, you got to discover, if I have this potential. I want you to think of your archetype as power held in escrow that you have to go unlock. power held in escrow. And if you don't explore it, you might end up investing it in shadow ways when you see someone else who has the same archetype, who has invested it in positive ways. This is called projection. And you see them doing what you wish you should have done, could have done, would have done. They've gone and done something that you wish you could have done, and it's touching your archetype, and you project onto them every dark thought you could have. It's called jealousy. It's called envy. That's where it comes from. We're going to talk about how you know what you have and how you don't. And one of the indicators of an archetypal pattern is animation. What animates you? What gets you going in a positive way, in a shadow way? What gets your blood going? And what projection is when you are convinced it's someone else's fault. That there's something. Now, obviously, another person can do something to you. They can say something like, you're just terrible. They can steal your car. And it is obvious that they did something. So we're not talking about it at that level. This is where Buddha says everything's illusion. That's the activity that happened on the first floor. Okay? I want you to take the elevator with me to the 8th floor, so that you look through an archetype. And at this level, you're looking through the lens of power. We are now looking at what's called an antinomial perspective, where both things are true simultaneously, even though they look like they're going to X each other out. So, while this person did do something to you that might seem incredibly unjust, at the same time, they have something to teach you, to see in yourself that is of value. Something you're projecting. And you would say, I am nothing like that thief. I would never steal someone's car. I would never steal anyone's wallet. But I would say to you, what would you steal? What would you take? Would you take someone they love? Someone else loved? Would you take an idea? What would you take? Would you take energy that's not yours? You would take something or this wouldn't have happened to you. What would you take?